You're designing something for a client. It looks great, but then they ask you to add one more bit of information, more features, more stuff. And you realize they're no longer thinking about their customers. They're thinking about themselves. Hey there, Mark DeCoates here, and this is exactly the kind of problem I see all the time in design. It's called tunnel vision, and it's costing your clients money. Client tunnel vision isn't about actual vision problems. It's about clients who want you to design for them instead of for their actual customers. And I've seen this happen over and over again. A few years ago, I was working with a local day spa. The owner had just bought a state-of-the-art laser machine. It was the first one sold in Canada, and she was really proud of it. She wanted me to devote an entire page for this machine on her website, talking all about all the technical specs, the amplitudes of light, the power consumptions compared to other machines, all the features that made her really excited about her purchase. But here's the thing. Her clients didn't care about any of that. They wanted to know things like, what's this machine going to do for me? Will it make my skin look younger? Will it get rid of my wrinkles? So I had to sit down with my client and explain to her, yes, this machine is wonderful, but you need to talk about how your clients will benefit from it, not how you benefit from owning it. And I went through all the manufacturer's marketing materials, and I pulled only the points her actual clients wanted to hear. And you know what? She got a ton of new business because of that machine. And it was the website traffic that proved it. I had another client years ago who invented an attachment to go on motorized scooters. You know, the kind of scooter that elderly and mobility impaired people use. His device was a much more robust basket than the one that comes standard on most scooters. Really, really good engineering. And he had all his marketing materials already done, and he just needed to hire me for the final piece, his website. But when I looked at his marketing material, everything he had focused on one specific brand of scooter, and that was the brand that he actually used. So all his marketing talked about was this brand, how it works great with this brand scooter, or how it fits perfectly on this brand scooter. And when I asked him, does your basket work on any other brands of scooters? He says, oh yes, it works on all of them. But he only marketed it to the one brand. I had to explain to him that he was basically telling his potential customers, those that had other brands of scooters, that his device wouldn't work for them. So he had tunnel vision on that one scooter, the one he knew, the one he built his basket around. Even though it would work on all of them, he had tunnel vision towards that one. Now there's another type of tunnel vision I see constantly. And this is when a client knows exactly what they want, and they hire you not for your creativity, but to execute the design that's already in their head. They need us because they don't have the skills. They want us to build what they've imagined exactly as they've imagined it, and nothing more. But here's the truth. They don't actually need a designer. They need someone to lay out a page, maybe a junior designer fresh out of school. Not someone like you or me with years of experience. Think about it. You wouldn't hire a lawyer and then tell them how to write your contract. You wouldn't hire a surgeon and then tell them exactly which technique to use during your operation. You would hire them for their expertise and let them do their job. Designers should expect the same respect, but we don't always get it. So we have to teach our clients that we're not yes men or yes women. That's not what we're here to do. Our job as designers is to explore possibilities, to expand boundaries, to think outside the box. Our job is to give our clients what they need, not necessarily what they want. As you know, simplified communication is the key to a good design. And it's our job to simplify that communication. But it's not always easy. Try telling a client that leaving, say, 50% of a page blank is the right move. That white space will strengthen their message. But most clients only see what they're paying for, thousands of dollars for half a page that looks empty. And they think that if they're paying for it, they need to cram it full of information. To them, blank space is wasted money. That's where we have to show them the benefits. That's where we lean on our knowledge, our experience, our education. And we have to tell them, we know what works. Trust us. Let me give you a concrete example. Say a client comes to you to design a brochure for a retirement home. They want the headline to say, "Are you retiring?" You, as a designer, you might suggest something different. Instead of a full question, what if you just use one word, retiring, with a question mark on it? It really gives the same message, but it's more precise, more impactful. When someone reads, "Are you retiring?" in their head, they'll answer the question and go, "No, I'm not," or "I already did that," and they dismiss it. But just having retiring with a question mark, it makes them pause. It makes them think about it. Is this a question? And it may actually encourage them to pick up the brochure to find out exactly what it's all about. Sometimes an entire paragraph of body copy can be replaced with one good photo and a single line of type. But clients don't always see that. They want to feel like they've got their money's worth. I can't remember the last time a client came to me and said, "I want as much white space as possible." But almost every time I design something with white space, they will come back and ask, "What can we put in there?" And that's when I have to explain why they don't want to put something in there. That's our job as professionals, is to explain stuff to our clients. Have you heard the saying or expression, "You can't read the label from inside the jar"? It means that when you're close to a situation, you can't clearly see it from an outsider's perspective. When you notice tunnel vision in a client, here's what you do. I tell them, you need to view me as an outsider looking in. You have to trust what I'm seeing. And most of the time that's true. In the case of the spa owner, I had never been to a spa in my life. I am a complete outsider. And that's exactly the type of perspective your client needs. You want to design for people who don't know the industry. You want to design for people who don't know all the technical jargon. From my perspective as an outsider, I didn't care about the special features that machine had. But when she talked about reducing wrinkles or removing brown spots or improving someone's complexion, that, even though I'd never needed it, I understood it. And that's what her actual clients would understand. That outsider's perspective is valuable. Use it. Never be afraid to approach a client and tell them you think there's a better way. We're graphic designers. We didn't work this hard to become yes men or yes women. We earned the rights to use our expertise. And here's the best part. Once you educate your clients this way, they start changing. The clients I work with long-term, they've come to trust me. Now they say things like, "Here's what I want, work your magic." Or they hand me body copy and say, "Put in whatever you think is necessary." They trust my expertise. And those clients are gems. They give you freedom, but you have to earn that trust first. And every single one of them started with tunnel vision. I had to break through that at first. So here's your homework. Look at the projects you're working on right now. See if there are any ways that you can improve what your client is asking for. Is there a better layout, better text, maybe photo replaces an entire section of copy? Don't be afraid to suggest a different direction. That's what they hired you for. We are graphic designers. We're not order takers. We worked hard to get here. Let's educate our clients on why they came to us in the first place. It'll make your relationship that much better. Now, if you found this helpful, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. I put out new videos every week on how to run a better design business. And check out these 2 videos if you haven't already. Until next time, stay creative.